Hey guys, we are now live. We are now live. I do not like these headsets. I do not like these headsets. These headsets are supposed to go back tomorrow. This is my second pair that I don't like the sound quality of them. They just don't have the surround sound feel or sound. Well, sound. So I feel like I'm talking in a can. Hopefully you guys hear me. Let me make sure that this setting is on. Hold up. Wait a minute. So I got a few videos that we're going to go over. Also, I might do after dark live tonight. I'm not too sure, but if I do, it's already set up. So that's not going to be a problem. Okay, so it's not private. Okay, as y'all come in, make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. And for those of y'all that didn't see my video that I put up at 5:30, we will be definitely recapping that. We're also going to be talking on regards to Dre's live that he did. No, well, IG story. I don't know if it's a live or not. And I don't know what's going on with him. He's flip-flopping. Somebody was in my comment section. Let me just start off this way. And they pretty much, I guess if after this live goes off, if these headsets sound okay, maybe I'll keep them. I don't know. I like the other ones. I already ordered some. I ordered my favorite ones. I use Logitech headsets. I've been using for years. But anyway, so I like all brand Logitech headsets and mouse thing. What is the mouse? With your tab? I mean, with your what is it called? A mouse? That little mouse thing with the mouse pad. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, let's get back down to earth. Now you sound like Dre. But yeah, I might do a live tonight after dark. And we're gonna recap this video. I got some more tea for you tomorrow. See, I don't be in a rush to put stuff up, especially number one, if no one's even talking about it. But it needs to be spoke about. And also, I never was like that to break my neck to be the first one to put something out. I have my own audience. It'll go up when I put it up. Also, I just want to say to you, I don't know if this was intentionally done or not. And if it wasn't, I apologize. You can DM me and I will unblock you. But somebody called up to the jail. You cannot, let me just say this first and foremost. You cannot just call up to the jail, record the call. You can record the call you want. Freedom. That's your free will. And ask for somebody like Blueface, just a random person. They don't know who you are, and ask about like Pacifics. That's like calling in Oprah Winfrey's in there. They don't know who you are. So they're gonna tell you anything. And they're not gonna get in trouble with telling you anything when you call up to the jail because they don't know who you are. He's a high profile inmate. So, I don't know if sometimes people think that they're doing me a favor. And I don't know. I really feel like the traffic was trying to be redirected. And it's okay. You can ask me once in a while, I'll do it. Can I just put my link up here or put it on the community section? Whatever. I do video commentary and I always make sure that I give credit to the creator. I put whatever I can find. Cash App link, the video link. I even might sometime by default, please subscribe to their channel by default on all my videos. I really promote people because I want to see people grow. You know what I'm saying? I want to see people eat. But I don't know if people's intentions at times are good or bad. So I blocked you. So if your intentions was good, then I'll unblock you. But please don't play on my time. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I've been doing this since 2015. I've been on this channel since 2017. And I've been doing commentary since 2017 on Nature Boy, Queen Up, and now Chrisean Rock, Blueface, and all the circus or whatever. I mean, other entities as well. But I'm saying consistently those people. I mean, I've done commentary on a lot of people in social media, but I'm saying consistently, like on a daily basis. Those are the three that come to mind. So we're gonna recap first, Dre, because that's the newest piece of information that's going on, and I really feel like it's still like on the hush hush. I don't understand why Carlissa at this point doesn't just come out and say what happened. Let me just say why I feel as though she needs to, because for number one, this information only got out, and shout out to the ones who were incarcerated and now they're free, and they've taken their life and they changed it around for the better, and they're profiting in a positive light, and they're not out here gang banging or robbing and stealing from nobody or unaliving somebody. And that they're on these social media platforms. They're saying, how can I make money, a lot of money, and be my own boss and not go to jail for it? I think that's a genius idea. These men who have platforms on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, wherever they choose, or Facebook, wherever they choose to tell their story, especially if they were institutionalized and did bids and stuff like that, in and out of jail. Kudos to you, man. I'm glad. Keep your head up. You know what I'm saying? They're basically an example of people who can look at their life and complain, but it could be a lot worse. And look at the turnaround for these people. And they're getting a bag, and they're not going to jail or risking their freedom to get this kind of money. And I keep telling people there's enough money out here for everybody to eat. People don't have to be so angry and jealous when you see, you know what I'm saying? That's all it's about. Oh, she up here. This ain't a real job. Well, you think that it's not a real job while I continue to work this not so real job. So let's start with Dre first.
Scare me straight and be like, see, I told you, you know what I'm saying? I think that she probably got my ex-wife.
Now, if somebody comes in the chat, put a Y if you can hear it. You should be able to hear it. But I have on some cordless headsets. I'm using a different set of headphones because my other ones, my favorite ones, broke. So I'm going to have to use these until my other ones come. And these are brand new too, the ones that are actually on my head, but I just don't like the way that the sound is. But I'm gonna have to use them for now, well, until today, because I'm sending them back tomorrow. But yeah, listen up. Listen up.
Like, yeah, we gonna get them to be good, you know what I'm saying? But like, they just like I said, my mom just was saying a bunch of stuff, bro, and like, just me, I just had to think about it for a second, but yeah, my mom just really kind of like had me feeling some type of way, telling me that people gonna hunt me down and all types of other stuff. And,
I'm here.
I feel like my ex-wife kind of was in on it because I felt like she kind of wanted what was best for me and for me to be a better person too. But I don't think it was okay. You know what I'm saying?
Can you hear the video? Gotta hear the video. I can hear it.
And tell me all those things. You know what I'm saying? To try to control me because, like you did kind of scare me a little bit.
Diane, can you hear this video? Dre talking. Can you put a Y in the chat if you? I know you hear me. My voice is loud as heck. I need some hearing aids. But tell me if you can hear when I play it. Hold on.
I hate that you feel because it was not okay. Even though you might have had good intentions.
Okay, I just want to make sure,
bro. It wasn't okay.
Sweetie.
It was not okay, bro. It wasn't okay. You know what I'm saying? I mean.
Thank you, Danielle.
Maybe it was needed because honestly, after this, I do want to do everything the right way for real. But like I said, I don't know. I feel like it wasn't okay. To just play mind games like that, to do all that stuff.
Who is Dre talking to? Himself? But he's recording it. I don't know. Oh my God, like, bro, go to sleep. I know he's going through stuff, man. He did a stretch. Allegedly, 13 years or something. That's a long time, man. You lose your mind. You either do the time or you let the time do you. And he's done a lot of time. I don't know. I think the time would start doing me. I don't know. It says, I'm not sure. Okay, so let me finish playing this.
To mention the people that you was mentioning, Like,
I'm playing this until people get into the live so we can begin.
It wasn't okay at all.
The other stuff.
But I do want to just like remove myself from my mom
commentary videos
because like, she get in too much and she be trying to rally me up to try to be her torpedo or whatever, bro. And it's like, I'm not, bro. My life, I don't have these types of problems in my life, bro. I live a normal life. You get what I'm saying? So you like right now, you straight. I don't feel like nobody on you. What you do now, you antagonize people and they get mad at you and they want to do whatever, that's on you. Don't call me because you keep talking about people, bro. Don't be involved. I don't agree with the things my mom say. I don't do with nothing. Like,
Dre know he ain't doing right. I know your mother might be a person that talks about people, but who don't talk about people? You better do something if somebody try to come after your mother. Don't do no do like Blueface. Have Chrisean jump on that girl like that. I know she was triggering Chrisean, but I'm sorry. I don't care if my man was triggering my mother or not. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You better not put your hands on my mother. You're gonna have some problems in some situations. I don't care if my mother triggered you or not. I'm not gonna tell you, baby, go jump on my mother. Nah, I can't do that. We can't do that. Where we do that at?
If you continue to antagonize people, that's on you, bro. Like you know.
Hey, Aqua. What happened to this?
I'm saying don't if y'all don't get me in her stuff. You know what I'm saying? I tell her not that whether it's right, wrong, or even if she believe it, I tell her just like, you know what I'm saying? So whatever she got going on, bro, that ain't got to do with me. Yeah, man, she over here telling me like, oh yeah, people are after John and you know they're after you too. And the whole time I don't know with John. They could have been arguing over a card game.
You know what they were arguing over.
And then that's what I don't know what, bro. Like they just said he in the hole.
You don't know?
Mom is the one telling me. Like I said, I feel like she was trying to like scare me, bro.
So you heard from Dre? He said I don't know what he's in there for. They just said he's in the hole. Dre said all I know is I ain't going back. You my brother. I got your back way back. Yeah, right. I don't blame him. I'm sorry. I'm eating a little granola bar. Boy, he said, boy, you on your own. I ain't doing a stretch.
But like, you know what I'm saying? You know, she just using like I don't
Dre
know,
thought
bro.
it was funny. He said, he didn't think it was funny.
Know, man. At this point, I'm just gonna go on about my day, bro, and I'm just gonna.
Okay, that's over with. We're gonna start the next video and then I'll discuss about it. He's having PTSD for real. Yeah, he is. He is. And that's not even no joke. You're right. He definitely is, Danielle. And I don't know. I can't really say too much bad about Carlissa because I know what it's like to be a parent and I'm stuffing my face. Answer this question. Put a Y in the chat. Have you guys ever tried the new Nature Valley chewy granola bars, the sweet and salty with the cashews? I'm addicted to these granola bars. Oh my God, Dre is real Crip. Exactly, and Blue Just Association. Thank you. You know what, Aqua? You were so right, sis. They are bomb, Aqua. They are bomb. You need to try them. But you know what, Aqua? I'm going to have so many people gagging tomorrow and they ain't going to rush to put it up. But when you hear another video I got that I'm not in a rush to put up because I'm not a channel that goes to break my neck to be the first one to put up the video. Hey, it gets up when it gets up. I'm a commentary channel. I'm going to give my thoughts and whatever on it. I do my own kind of work. I don't just upload it and beg people to please like, subscribe, and have your notification bell on and then play the clip and then that's it. Or be all stuck all up into the commentary. Don't even know how to fluently talk. Nah, I don't do that. I do real commentary. It says Blue is an internet Crip. Exactly, Hollywood Crip. Thank you, Diane. And you guys will definitely think he's a Hollywood Crip when you hear this person right here. So let's give a shout out. Also, please go subscribe to Dub's channel. He's a a channel. Well, I'm gonna explain it to you in this video anyways, but all the only reason why he did this video about Blueface only is because it is relevant to the type of content that he has on his channel, which is prison life. He did over 24 years in prison, no good time, straight time, and 30 years total in his whole life because he was institutionalized and getting in trouble with the law since he was very young. He has a channel, changed his life around. Shout out to Dubs, and real talk right here. Y'all need to listen to this. But listen, there's another dude that I'm gonna do a commentary video on tomorrow, and he even see this one. He's older. He's definitely an OG. This dude that we're about to listen to now, but the other one's younger. So he's still selective of what he says, but he says even more. This dude that I'm gonna put on my channel tomorrow. Now tonight, if I feel up to it, I might edit the video and do a preview. If I do end up doing a late live tonight around 12 or 11, whatever time I feel like it, if I do it. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. But listen up to this dude, man. He kept it real. Guys, back with another one. So I did an early live today. And also he's the one that I found his channel. It was on my homepage, went to the video just to find out he put this video up 12 days ago. And it was February 29th when this man put this video up about Blueface, right? He didn't even understand why TMZ didn't pick it up. But he probably knows now. He has to give his own self credit. Is these prison channels that have came out, dudes that were incarcerated, turned their life around. They're saying, how can I make, fast money and a lot of it without going back in the streets and going to jail? And they started YouTube channels and TikTok platforms and Instagram platforms. And all they do is talk about prison life and their experiences, and they're getting a bag off it. So that was genius. So I'm gonna read this. This is his about section, and then he'll tell you what went down. He reported this on February 29th, 2024, which was I think 13 days ago, 12 days ago. And guess what? It happened on like the 26th or the 27th. It took him 2 days to decide whether he was gonna even speak about it. So this been happened with Blueface. Last month it happened. At 11 a.m. and I had recapped a little bit about what we can y'all hear it? Put a Y in the chat regarding the incident that happened with Blueface. Now I just want to let you know a lot of people thought that this incident probably happened when it was hitting the airway yesterday, but it did not happen on that day, which would have been around March 10th, 11th, because we all heard it for the first time, most of us, yesterday. It actually happened around the 26th or the 27th of February. I believe, in my opinion, that it started to slowly hit social media because there are channels of people who used to be incarcerated. They are rehabilitated. Shout out to them, who have built social media platforms and they talk about this sort of stuff. They may have been gang affiliated or done some unaliving, mercs, whatever you want to call it. They definitely gang associated, affiliated, and they talked about it. Now, I shared a TikTok with a guy that somebody asked him about it, and when he further did his research and got a call back, it was confirmed that Blueface did, in fact, get beat up. Okay, this tit for tat. He's not cripping, he's capping. That's what he's doing. That's all he's doing. Guy here, Dubs, which I will put his YouTube link in the top of the description box of this video if you would like to support him as well. There is his Cash App. But I'm going to read the about section for you so you can understand what kind of channel this is. He does not cover Blueface or Chrisean Rock content. It fits into the type of content he puts on his channel. So this is the only reason that he brought Blueface up on his channel. So we're going to read about this gentleman here, and then we're going to listen to what he had to say. His video was uploaded 12 days ago, which was February 29th. He says in the video, I'm sorry, guys. I have too many tabs open, and sometimes it does that. Hold on. I'm going to put it right back up. Just takes a second. My apologies. Start it
Guys,
over.
back with another one. So I did an early live today at 11 a.m. and I had
Up a little bit, though.
that it started to slowly hit social media because there are channels of people who used to be incarcerated. They are rehabilitated. Shout out to them who have built social media platforms and they talk about this sort of stuff. They may have been gang affiliated or done some unaliving, mercs, whatever you want to call it. They definitely gang associated, affiliated,
Oh, man.
and they talked about it. Now I shared a TikTok
Can
with
y'all
a
hear me?
guy
All right.
that somebody asked him about it, and when he further did his research and got a call back, it was confirmed that Blueface did in fact
On the
get
woman, but
beat
I
up.
do blame.
Okay, this guy here, Dubs, which I will put his YouTube link in the top of the description box of this video if you would like to support him as well. There is his Cash App. But I'm going to read the About section for you so you can understand what kind of channel this is. He does not cover Blueface or Chrisean Rock content. It fits into the type of content he puts on his channel. So this is the only reason that he brought Blueface up on his channel. So we're going to read about this gentleman here, and then we're going to listen to what he had to say. His
Okay.
video was uploaded 12 days ago, which was February 29th. He says in the video that the incident happened 2 days prior. So that was around the 26th, 27th that this happened to Blueface. It says, let me just say one more thing too. So that's why it all ties into the panic with Dre, because it hit the internet at full force as soon as it got to the commentators in this section that do commentary on the circus, aka Blueface's circus. So this is why all of a sudden Dre came out the woodwork and he's panicking and he's blaming his mother. And this is probably how Blueface ended up in this situation in the beginning. It's gonna get me hurt, this, that, and the other. So it says, at a very young age, I made the decision to become a gang member. As a result of the decision, I spent 30 years of my life within the California justice system. I went through juvenile hall, group home, camp, California Youth Authority. Then at the age of 19, began a life sentence term within the California Department of Corrections, where I served over 24 years straight. That means no good time. With this channel, I try to share the insight I developed and my responsibility for incarceration. I also try to honor my victims as well as all victims of crime, while always being respectful to those still caught up in the criminal lifestyle and criminal thinking.
Can you so you can hear the video? Because I'm using a different set of headset, and I don't want to be just sitting here and you. I can hear the video, but you can't. Not can you hear me? Can you hear the video?
It says, as someone who lived that life, he lived that life. I am a firm believer that education, introspection, insight, personal responsibility, and personal accountability are the keys to breaking the cycle of violence. And I want to just get into the video. He does say in the video, you will hear him now, he will say that it was 2 days
Okay,
ago that the
thank you
incident
so much,
happened. He
Aqua.
uploaded it on the 29th of February, but the incident already had happened. And when you listen to his lingo, how he talks, clearly can see that he was in that lifestyle because he's very short with how he talks. He's not the chatty patty whack 100, but an alleged gang member and still in a gang. He's a different kind of dude for me. But listen to what he has to say about the incident that happened. He's very careful how he even chooses his words. We'll leave in the description box up at the top this gentleman's YouTube channel. Please go over and support his channel and listen up to what he has to say.
All right, what's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Yesterday, I got a phone call from a good friend of mine, right? With a lot of connections in a lot of places. And he tells me, hey, did you hear about Blueface? I said, nah, why? What happened? Isn't he busted? He said, yeah, he just, he got moved on, right? And I was like, did he? You know, this isn't really my area, but I know a lot of people are interested in him and what's going on. People are saying he's PC, he's not. I don't know nothing about that. I know he's high profile, so I figured they would put him on like $1 Million Row or whatever they got. You know, they got something like that in the Alley County where they usually keep those guys away. And so that to me is irrelevant. That's somebody else's business. But I was like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah. And I said, because I don't want to jump on it without it being accurate, right? And he's like, yeah. So then I reached out to someone that I know, kind of know, that is real good with Blueface. And I said, look, this is what I heard. I'm not trying to put no bogey there. And I didn't get a response. So I was like, that wasn't a no. It didn't happen, right? And then I got another call from somebody else that was like, hey, it's confirmed. And I'm not going to go into what I was told happened to him. This is more about he was touched, supposedly. He was touched up.
Now, I want you to listen to him because if you notice how he talks, he's very selective with his words. Listen up to what he's going to say to you.
If it's true that from what I was told, what happened to him, if it's true that it happened and it was that serious, I don't know how bad his injuries were, but
also remember, he reported on this on February 29th, and it happened on the 27th or the 26th. He decided, he was in his head and also waiting to see, getting it confirmed from people that he knows in jail still, if it was true or not, because he don't want to put his channel, in jeopardy. And he's also somebody that's well respected because he did over a 24-year stretch. So not saying, oh, I want to be famous, I'm going to go do 24 years so people will love me. That's not what I'm saying. He just don't want his credibility to be in shambles because he didn't put somebody he normally wouldn't even put on his channel. But the only reason why I put Blueface on his channel was because it was about prison talk. He didn't want to get into too much about it, but trust and believe, he was told exactly what happened, but he don't want to be up here like Whack 100B with the chatty patty. He ain't doing that. That's why I couldn't understand, and you'll further understand in this video why I felt this way when I used to say that to people. I don't think it was a gang member, and if he was, maybe it was a long time ago. Because of people I know in my real life, all my life, that just don't move like that. That just don't. And a lot of them don't even get comfortable enough to even start YouTube channels because they just think it's weird.
I was like, And I wonder if it has something to do with something else, but that really is irrelevant to me. This whole thing is this. You guys know me, and my whole get down is this, saying down in the streets can lead to some serious to you, whether you have to hurt somebody or you get hurt in the process.
Right.
You lose your freedom. You lose your ability to be who you could be.
Yep.
Right. And so we got this dude, a rapper, you know, and I'm going to say the same thing to when it comes to him as I do when it comes to Swifty Blue and everybody else. When I talk about if you have potential to be something that can create generational wealth, or at least get you to where you never have to worry about nothing as far as materialistically, why don't you take advantage of that? If you really were in the hood, if you really were in the barrio, and you've got this,
If you
this,
really
this
was in the hood,
that people
pay
enjoy,
attention.
why do you get in that but try to keep one foot in the streets?
Right.
What is the appeal of it? Because that are really banging, if they have an opportunity to get them, bring their family, their kids, whatever with them, they want to do that. You know, I don't know
Really
nothing about
banging.
Blueface. I'm not trying to diss him, but I just feel like maybe he never was in the streets that way,
Right.
and becoming a rapper. And not just Blueface, but a lot of these cats that come in, they come into the rap industry, the music industry, they mistake their fame and their money as street credibility.
Yep.
No, you gain street credibility
In the street.
in the streets, not in the recording studio. So to me, this is just one of those things where it's a cautionary tale.
Woo! Oh man, y'all better listen up. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. He has pulled the wool over a lot of people's eyes. And I'm gonna tell you something else. And that's because I know the streets. I've never been gang affiliated. I already shared my situation with somebody very near and dear to my heart that I carried for 9 months. So it's been around me. It's in my blood. You know what I'm saying? There's no school you go to. There's no book that you read. It's either in you or it's not. You can't be a pretender to something that you're not. You don't get no credentials in no studio. That's street life. There were things that were said on this phone conversation that he did have. And if you can read between the lines, or you got some street in you alongside with book smart, because I'm book smart and street smart. He was told off the rip, he's not going to get into a chatty patty like he Whack 100, okay? And Whack will tell it all, you know, if he gets to talking. He'll tell too much. But he's saying, without really sounding like a chatty patty, he's not that dude. I don't know who said he was what he said he was, but that's not it.
That's
not
right,
it. But
Cancer
that's all I'm
66.
going to say. I'm
That
going to let you
part.
listen to it.
You with a talent, take advantage of it and get out of your situation better wherever you're at, wherever you're from. It's not that you're forgetting your homies, but just like, you know, that's really gangbanging, a guy that's really criming it,
Ain't
right?
talking about it.
Really out there living that outlaw or gangster life, whatever you want to call it. They know when they get busted, their homeboys ain't gonna look out for them. So why does somebody feel like if they become successful, they have to look out for those that they leave behind? Ain't that a backward way of thinking? Okay, all right, homie. So if I catch live trip, Holmes, I already know you got to do your thing. But then on the flip of that is, hey, just because you made some money don't mean you got to forget about us. What? When I gave up my freedom, you forgot about me?
That's what got him caught up.
People got to get out of that whole mentality, homie, of who owes what to who. You owe yourself and your family, period. So here we have, allegedly, Blueface in the Alley County Jail suffered some kind of attack and some injuries. I don't know if anybody else has said anything about it, but I'm sure people are going to look into it now. TMZ, where you at? But to me, it's just open your eyes, people. Jails, prisons, nobody in there give about who you think you are in your mind,
Exactly,
or who you are on the
Diane.
streets, if it ain't in the streets.
I hope you heard that. No,
Gave up my freedom, you forgot about me?
that's what got him
Listen to
caught
what
up.
he's just gonna say.
People got to get out of that whole mentality, homie, of who owes what to who. You owe yourself and your family, period. So here we have, allegedly, Blueface in the Alley County Jail
Hey,
suffered
Genty.
some kind of attack and some injuries. I don't know if anybody else has said anything about it, but I'm sure people are going to look into it now. TMZ, where you at? But
Listen to this
To
part.
me, it's just open your eyes, people. Jails, prisons, nobody in there give about who you think you are in your mind or who
In
you
your
were on the
mind.
streets if it ain't in the streets.
I hope you heard that. Nobody cares if it wasn't in the streets. And he's not about that life. He's repping that he's a Crip. You cannot rep your something. You ain't never worked the set. You ain't never put no street work in the streets. There's people that have put work in the street, and it's like you're playing in their face and disrespecting their name. And this family, because we know that's not their real family. You are disrespecting them. So now you in the lion's den with the lions, and they're about to eat you alive because there's no way you can run in jail. So that was just, he was setting himself up bad. He promoted this rapper Crip life that he never lived. His mother, I will give Carlissa credit for this, had said, my son ain't no gang banger. Everyone thought she was bugging, but she was telling the truth. Those are the things that mothers are supposed to say when they know that their son has too much to live for and can make possibly too much money to be even trying to label themselves that, because if they was really living that life, they wouldn't even be talking about it. They would be being about it. Blueface ain't busting no grape in a fruit fight.
A rapper, a singer, an actor, you are not the tough guy that your music might make you seem you
Right.
are. But you get around real tough guys, and I said this to Swifty Blue, and I always try to be fair across the board. When you make music about being the baddest, and then you get behind some walls,
people gonna try you.
Them bad men that are really in there, they want to know. You're talking about they do
in real life.
See, you're in a studio talking over music, talking over beats, singing or talking over beats, talking about what they do. They're not getting the money you're getting. You're profiting off of them. Then you get behind the wall. Just, anybody who's in the industry, remember that. And don't get me wrong, there are dudes that are really with the business that record.
But he's not one of them.
And they usually wind up in jail because
Or
those that
unalived,
are
he
really
said,
with it,
basically. But
the
I
music
took
don't
that
mean
out.
nothing. But just remember, you're on your own. Like the whole Chito Ranas thing. He felt like everybody forgot about him. Nah, that's the way they do everybody. Supposedly he's getting out soon and he's on OTR Records, and him and Lefty are going to do their thing together. Cool.
He said that last part, the unalive part. He didn't say unalive. He said, but I had to edit that out. But yeah, he said you either end up in jail or the other thing. Yeah, he said that.
Hopefully this last little, I can't call it a stretch. It's not a stretch, but hopefully this last taste of incarceration got Chito Rana's mind right. I would hope that whatever happened or didn't happen to Blueface, 2 nights ago now?
Remember, this
hopefully
was
that
recorded
taught him a
on
lesson. That's allowing him to put things in perspective.
Remember, this was recorded on February 29th. He was deciding whether or not he was going to put it up. So he heard about it, say the 26th or the 27th of February. The TMZ didn't even pick up this story. You know why? And I'm giving a shout out and credit to the ones that were incarcerated, including Dubs. That's his name. Go subscribe to his channel. The link is up the top of the description box of this video. And his Cash App and all his information if you want to, Cash App some money. But they got out and they started to do something positive with their life, and they started YouTube channels, TikTok channels to tell their story and get paid for it, where they're paying taxes on their money the right way, so they don't end up back in jail. They don't want to go back out into the street and get a 9-to-5 job where they're not making the same kind of money they was making in the street when they were gangbanging and hustling and so forth. That was a genius idea. So the way this information got out was from jail and politicking with guys like him with platforms based on prison conversations only. And that's how it got on to the internet, is through people who were incarcerated that have YouTube channels or any type of social media platform, and all they talk about is, jail talk. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we found out about Blueface. But this has been out that Blueface had got hemmed up. We just heard about it. Now, if TMZ or some big blog put it out when it first happened, like say if it hit the news in California, or the radio station in California, that same day we all would have knew that Blueface got the beat down. But no, it didn't start. It didn't start on TMZ or Fox 25 News or whatever. It started with these guys. That's how we ended up finding out about Blueface.
Perspective.
So let me make this clear. This video was uploaded on February 29th. That incident happened 2 days before he decided to come on his channel, because he does not cover nothing about Blueface. It only was on his channel because it relates to prison life. He's in prison, Blueface, and gang activity. That's why he put it on his channel. He made it clear, but like I said, he's short with his words. I was telling you about how my son is the same way. He's nothing like me. I wouldn't be a commentator if, didn't articulate myself. I'm a conversation piece. My son is very short with what he says. He's very quiet. He's not a chatty patty. So when I see somebody like Whack 100, I'm like, there's no way. He must have been in a gang a long time ago, but he's not in a gang. And people used to like try to check me in my comment section saying he's still in the gang. But that's the reason. So now that you understand why I used to say that, because my son was in one. And he paid a high cost of being in a gang. And even after the situation happened to him, being shot, he still was in the gang because that mentality still wasn't out of his mind. But after he picked up that second gun charge, knowing if he picks up another one, he's doing a straight 25 years.
And
no good time.
In the feds.
My son.
If he would have picked up a third gun, my son, he would have did, the feds would have picked up the case, no more state time. He would have did 25 years, no good time. The feds would have took it. And when my son did the 2 bids, he's gang affiliated. So once he gets into a fight in the gang unit, which he did every single 2 times he went to jail for the 2 guns that he got arrested for, different times, my son would be in the hole for 18 months straight, the hole. He just said, keep me there, because they would have to put him there because there was nowhere else to put him. And I said, how can you stay in the hole like that whole time like that? He said, I just slept. I ate, I slept. And I guess you can, they let you come out and make phone calls, but there's nowhere to put you when you're in the jail is but so big. This is not the Marriott. So I'm telling you, Blueface don't want that life. And that's why I said to y'all probably saying, why, how can your son talk to him? My son's much older than him. And I was saying this yesterday. I don't know if you guys were getting what I was trying to get at, but what I was trying to say was, I just wish that maybe I could have like my son or somebody. He's much older than Blueface. He's in his 30s. Talk to him and tell him, that's not where you want to be, bro. It's not. So that's why when people even take digs at me, and man, I seen stuff in real life. I'm not even saying just with my son. I mean, let's scratch that out of it. I'm talking about in real life. I'm just giving you an example, something close to my heart. Because see, you can't talk about something and not take the same advice. I can't get up here and talk about somebody else and try to make it seem like my life is roses. Nah, we all have a past. We're not above life's classroom. We all have struggles. That's why we're not going to sit up here and have anybody tell me that I'm dragging Blueface or Chrisean Rock, or I think I'm better, or no, it's not that. You don't even know my life at all. I just made my life better being on YouTube. And I'll be darned. I'll say darn if I would let somebody run me off of this platform. I'm doing a lot better than what I was doing. And trust and believe, when I say I was doing a lot better, I was always making money, always shining, always wearing labels, always a fly chick, kept my head on, and still do. But I'm not doing the okie doke to get the bag. That's what I'm trying to say to you. There's 2 types of people. I've seen people, they fall and they may have came up one time in their life, money, being fly, just having things, but they never came up again. I'm the type of person, I could fall and I always get up and I always shine. So that's why I think outside the box. So when I hear people say you need to stop talking, you're trying to tell me not to do my job. Now, this ain't no traditional job, but this is a job. And when somebody can fix their mouth and show you they make a living to pay rent, like real bills, you can pay a mortgage with this income that some of these YouTubers are making up here, including myself. I wish I would listen to you, because all you're trying to do is discourage me because you want to be where I'm at. And anybody knows in this universe, it is difficult to get money on YouTube. This is the most difficult platform to grow, and to honestly say you can pay your bills with that. There's not that many people that can tell you that. And I shared that with you. And that's why I want to say shout out to QT TV. Because, honey, she was heated the other day, and she showed her analytics for the last 12 months. And guess what? That's like the what do they call it? That's at the bottom of the barrel for us. So you know what? But see, someone that's seen those numbers, she knows what I'm talking about too. That's a big deal in 12 months. Now understanding that's just the beginning to the bag. And everybody can eat off this, but everybody want to hate on each other. Everybody trying to play pretend, trying to be something they not, wanting to hate on the other person, wanting to discourage the other person. The world is so evil, man. But it starts with loving yourself. Because when you stop loving yourself, you ain't got time to shade and hate on nobody, or be waiting for their demise, or be thinking some horrible stuff, waiting for a train wreck to happen. When I talk about Chrisean Rock, I don't talk about Chrisean Rock because I'm waiting for a train wreck to happen. I didn't wreck myself, and I had to check myself a few times. You know what? It's not how you start the race, it's how you finish it. My mother always used to say, it's not what you did in the past that counts, is what you do in the end. So ain't nobody above life's classroom. So when I'm up here, I'm doing a job. I ain't taking no sides. I'm a leader. I'm not no follower. I don't take sides. Kids take sides. I'm on the right side. That's the side I'm on.
And got himself.
And I ain't got to get up here with no bogus allegations to get no views, because they're going to come organically. My subscribers are going to come organically. I ain't got to be all up in my voice because I know I didn't put a bogus title with a bogus explanation of what's going on with these people in the circus, because I know I lied to try to get views because they're not on live now. And y'all cheer these liars on. That's why a few times, and I'd be like, don't be name dropping because we ain't getting messy over here. But y'all are grown. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm pointing the fingers out. I see everything. But I pick and choose my battles at the same time. People need to learn how to do that.
A job, and he's a family man, and he's not in the gang like that. He's gonna always be a gang member, but he goes and he sees his peoples over there, but he don't, bleep where he lays. Period. He keeps that separate from his new life and his old life. So he's not gonna get too into it, because I'm gonna tell you, trust and believe. If I was to get in contact with him off of social media, he still would even be short with me with it. But I'll say to him, and he'll definitely be like, okay, you feeling where I was coming from in this video. When he got the phone call about what happened to Blueface, he got touched, number one. Number two, he's not going to get into, I don't know why he would put himself in this situation type conversation that was said to him on the phone. I'm telling you how the conversation had to have went, because he's not even a Crip. He's not known to be no dude that put in no work in the streets
at all.
So he's got the studio and rapping, that false lifestyle mixed up with dudes
reality.
That are really living that life. And you're making money off of their reality. So when you go to prison and you got people who ain't got nothing to live for, because they might not be never getting out, or they're doing a stretch like 24 years or more like Dubs did, they're gonna see you, because it's like you're playing in their face. And y'all heard me say it on the video. It's like Blueface was playing in their face. And again,
he
this
plays too
information
much.
only came out because of these social media platforms of people who were incarcerated, and they got out. They're model citizens now in society, and they used to fast money. How can I get some good money the way I was getting it in the street, but I was getting locked up for it, and they decided to start a YouTube channel. I think that's being a genius, or TikTok channel, and now they're spreading awareness and teaching people, educating people, and also telling you what it's like to be in prison and not to want to go.
Guess what? You know what I think is cap, and I hope you don't get offended by it, because this is just in generally speaking. Because I'm reading your comment. I did see it, but I didn't pin it up. Now I'm pinning it up, and this is just in general. If the shoe fits, wear it. What I think is cap is how many people who, and this is for the 1%ers, come on my comment section clowning. You said the Mexican might be cap. But what cap to me is people who really believe that Blueface was in these streets putting in work and got jumped in, and he's a real Crip. That's cap. Because if you really think in your heart that he is a Crip because he embedded it in your head. You've heard him say it. He tries to live the lifestyle on social media. That's cyberspace. That's not real. Just like when you argue with somebody over cyberspace, I always say that's a fake beef. That's not real. Everybody acts like they that dude when they're on social media. They're not next door neighbors that you can knock on their door and say, come on, let's go shoot the ones. They're not doing that in real life. That's fake. Go drive or fly to where they're at, then show me what you're working with. All that chatty patty female tendencies that these men nowadays have, I don't know if it's in the food or not, they're worse than females. That's cap. But again, cap is when people believe that this boy is a Crip. And he just got a fade because he went into a prison. I'm going to tell you how he got messed up, in my opinion. Sometimes when people lie about something that they're not, they stop believing their own lies. How about that? He was caught slipping. I wouldn't know what he do in his streets, but I know a lot of folks clout chase. I guess that was clout chase. But anyways, like I was saying, well, you know what? Blueface is the biggest clout chaser, so I hope you're not defending him. And for you to say dude's capping, you could clearly see the about section. Now, see, if Blueface had an about section about his life, he probably would have had Crip in here. And just because he wrote that in the about section of his bio on YouTube, you'd believe him. It's really sad. There's nothing about, and he's gonna, and what we need to talk about next is when Blueface gets out now. What is he going to make up to make it make sense so this can go away? The Hall of Fame of embarrassment that he has brought to himself. Because from another video I'll be putting up tomorrow, and I'm not in a rush to put it up, because if I was in a rush to put it up in cyberspace. You feel me? I'm not in a rush to put it up because there's no rush. I'm going to put it up tomorrow. I'm not going to burn myself out, because I already know if I burn myself out, I might take a whole month off. I've done it all last year. I'm not doing it this year, because if I don't work, I don't make money. Or at least I don't make the kind of money I need to make if I don't have new videos coming in every day. Make sure y'all hit the like button or the dislike button. But yeah, it's really sad. And a lot of people, they also don't want to believe, these young, stupid Chrisean Rock fans and Blueface fans. They're so young in this generation. Nah, some of these people are old enough to know better, but they just ain't doing better. They're just as bad as the younger generation that came after us. So we can't just blame it on the younger generation. Some of these people, there's something wrong with them. You ain't wrapped too tight. Blueface ain't busting a grape in a fruit fight. So what? He can throw hands. Big deal. And Chrisean's father caught him off guard. You seen how his neck went back when he hit him? That old man, Chrisean Rocks, love you too, Foley. from UK. That's what's up. Shoot. And then in the way Blueface hit him in that video, it just everything about him is so like a kid. He runs up on him, punches him, but it's like he did like a punch and a run. What was that all about? You the one that had the bodyguards. Why didn't you run up on him, punch him, and then continue to finish him off? It's just, I don't know. But anyways, I think that he has started a culture like Nature Boy. So you know what kind of culture I'm talking about without using the word, because it's very sensitive, the algorithm up here. And I think that he has washed a lot of people's brain. Like he brainwashed them and then he washed the brain. Same thing. Brainwashed or washed the brain, like Nature Boy used to say. A lot of people's brains are washed. Blueface has washed your brains and brainwashed you. So you really think that he's a Crip. So that's how I know. Don't try to come up in my comment section like you gonna do something. Because if you sitting up there repping that you really believe that is all cap and he is a Crip, then I feel as though you're not that dude or you're not that female. You're not built like you think you are. And some of the stuff that you might say in my comment section that might be a little bit out of the way, you are trying to be something that you're not. Because in real life, you don't know what's going on. You don't know the fake from the phony. Because if you did, you wouldn't be saying that this is cap, that Blueface is a Crip. Why do you think that his brother's going bat crazy? Let's say bat blank crazy. Because he's putting him in this false reality that he's in. And Blueface needs to get it together because he's starting to really be very questionable. Himself. Always talking about Chrisean got issues. I mean, we can already see from the gold sunglasses in the hat that she's wearing when she came on live. Love you to death, Chrisean, but woo, Lord. Looking like Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles. I don't get it. No, I didn't say you said I was cap. No. That's why I made it clear before I started talking. I wasn't talking to you. I didn't say that you said I was cap. You said the Mexican was capping, but I said, nah, he can't possibly be capping. That dude did 30 years of his life since teenager in juvie hall, and then he did over 24 years, no good time, and it says it right here. Hold on. Let me put it back up here. How do you put it? I just had it. Okay, here it is. At a very young age, I made the decision to become a gang member. As a result of the decision, I spent 30 of my life within the California justice system. I went through juvie hall, group homes, camp, California Youth Authority. Then at the age of 19, began a life term within the California Department of Corrections. So there's other channels that when I was looking at his videos, that he was talking about other people he did bids with, because he's like in his 50s, so he spent a lot of his life in jail. They have channels that really try to. It's really a positive channel. It's not really a channel like, oh yeah, like trying to glorify being in jail. It's trying to learn from the experiences that he saw being in jail for that long in his life, and trying to make your life better. So to me, honestly, if I had to pick who was capping, it would be Blueface all day. And I just met this dude. Well, I didn't meet him, but I'm just saying I just bumped into this dude's channel today. So I'm just saying, if I had to choose, if I would have to choose my life in anyone's hands, it would be in this dude's hands, not Blueface's. I'm sorry. I'm not number one. I'm not. I couldn't even trust Blueface with my life. Anytime a man doesn't tell his woman to remove herself from the Blueface house because there's too much going on and it's too much commotion going on around my baby, you're not no man. I'm sorry. You know, and until he steps up to the plate and shows me different, that's how I'm gonna feel. But if he's doing something right, like I always say, if you're doing something right, I say, yeah, that was a good move that Blueface did. But now he ain't doing right. You know, even in jail, he made it about himself, and that's how he got jammed up. Simple as that. But listen, I'm about to get up off here. Make sure y'all hit the like button, or dislike button. That is welcome as well. So I might come on tonight, late tonight. I don't know. If I'm not feeling lazy or tired, I'll come back on. But I love y'all. Stay blessed, and I'm out. Mwah. Love y'all.